Welcome up here into the broadcast booth. I'm Riley O'Neill, joined alongside the championship-winning head coach out of the CAC for the Georgia Gwinnett Grizzlies, Kat Ihlenburg.
Thank you, Riley.
How you feeling, Coach?
I feel like a winner. I feel like a winner every day, but today, extra special winning.
Y'all certainly are winners. 8th straight conference championship for you guys. What does this one mean?
Well, to just put it in a funny story, I'm a family woman. I make that clear. My kids are a part of what we do. And this morning at breakfast, my son said, "Hey, Mom, have I been alive when you've not won a conference championship?" And I had to really kind of look at the calendar, and I was like, "No, buddy. Every year you've been alive, you're a winner." So it just feels special. It's not taken for granted. It's hard. This game was a hard win, and we're grateful to be able to be in this chair.
Yeah, he's a winner one more year. And you've alluded to how special this team is. We meet on Tuesday mornings for our weekly press conference, and you've alluded to it, just how special this 2025 roster is. Elaborate on that. After winning a championship, what do they mean to you?
They just celebrate each other so authentically. And so when you have that feeling in your body of, I am so happy for that woman, it's hard to not want to do it for somebody else. And so I think what you see play in and play out, strikeouts, big hits, walks, we celebrate what each other accomplishes. And even down to maybe a mistake where we don't feel our best, we're strong enough to say to each other, "Hey, we're good, we got your back." And that is just special. Good teams can do that.
And how about what's been accomplished in the center circle?
Yeah.
You have two very prolific pitchers. Annalise Jarvis with an 0.83 ERA. Right behind her, though, Kaylin James with an 0.84 ERA. That's very unique to a ball club, and it really makes your team stand out.
100%. To put my coach's hat on harder right now, we got through the lineup one time, and I'm thinking to myself, if this was any other pitcher on the mound, I'd probably be thinking about splitting this game. And I really had to look at all my notes that I have in regards to just how we go about our game plan and ask myself, do I want to split this game right now? Because KJ would have done the same thing. Annalise was spinning and dealing and getting pop-ups and ground outs. I think KJ would have done the same thing, and it's just kudos to Annalise for commanding her zone, and always kudos to Kaylin James because she's been a phenomenal pitcher for us.
And how about kudos to the seniors and what they've meant to the program?
Yeah. It's simple, but being tough enough to take a full count walk in McKenna Talcott, and that ball's off the plate, and she is the one player in our lineup. No. And so she gets made fun of all the time, and she accepts it. But by doing that and getting that first run across, I think really started to just thaw the ice that we were living on right then. I think we got hot, and it just all came our way.
And Savannah Jenkins, not a senior, but she played like one out there today. And all tournament long, she earned the most outstanding player award. And that was something that we saw in a lot of pinch hit opportunities midseason. Now she earns a spot in the starting lineup, and she has delivered.
She has delivered. She's just again, you talk about the pieces and how they come together. She's so happy when Jane makes a play. She's so happy when Annalise or KJ or Bella get strikeouts. She's just so happy to be a part of this team. And we met just the other day, and she said, "Coach, this is the greatest team I've ever been a part of."
Wow.
So when you have an athlete new in the program who identifies how special it is, she's just contributing. But how lucky we are she contributes at such a high level in the spotlight.
And someone else who was thrown into the spotlight as a freshman but delivered offensively too, Casey Beaver. What about her play leading off that lineup? And she did such a stellar job all tournament long.
Yeah, I've known Casey quite a few years, and the funny journey to Lawrenceville, if you're on the recruiting journey and you get to a place that it's meant to be, her and I's personalities really worked well together as coach to player and then just mentor to young person. And she is going to grow and flourish and do amazing things, but she really stepped up. There were some big shoes that got injured this season, and she just stepped into a role that might not have been hers otherwise. So trust it, and she's been a great asset to us.
And trust the process. Coach, y'all will certainly celebrate, but the job is not finished.
No, not
the
at all.
month of May still brings a lot of softball for y'all, and the NAIA opening round coming up next. What does that look like for y'all?
Well, we'll find out our opponents on Wednesday. Until then, we're just going to deal in our process. I know the mistakes that we made that could get us, one step closer to another run, one out closer to another 21 outs that we want to get to first. So we're going to have some good practices Monday, Tuesday. Certainly Wednesday, we'll know who we play, and then we'll focus up for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday practices and just get after it.
There we go. Well, best of luck to you, Coach. Any shout-outs you want to give to people watching at home or here in the ballpark before we close out?
Oh, man, I get to give shout-outs. Absolutely.
Of course.
First and foremost, to my husband. He is dialed into every pitch that we play. He lives it with me. So thank you, Mark, for all that you bring in my life, and I love you. Then, of course, Elizabeth and Reed, who were my most favorite Grizzlies, to all of the Grizzlies. Certainly the team, but the biggest shout out honestly goes to John Ihlenburg. Every season, these championships don't happen without him, because he is a man who makes this field the best in the country. And so, John, you're the boss. I appreciate you, and certainly my mother-in-law, Kathy, who's here at a lot of our games too. And if any of my McNamara family is listening, then I love you, Kappa.
There we go. Well, championship-winning head coach Kat Ihlenburg and the CAC Coach of the Year here in 2025. Congratulations once again, Coach.
Appreciate all you guys. Thank you, everybody.
That'll do it from us up here in the broadcast booth. Go Grizzlies.